if you could give me the kind honor of presenting to you our Executive Director of Little City Foundation, Sean E. Jeffers.
This is a very historic night for Little City, and one that just brings me special just joy as I look and see three of my closest friends sitting in this front row. And tonight we hear more about their story, told only as they can tell it. So I have no doubt that you're going to walk away tonight very, very touched and blessed. To each of you for your being here tonight, there's a deep sense of appreciation and admiration. I had the privilege of watching. I haven't seen the entire documentary, but I've seen enough to know that just for that portion that I saw, it just made me pause. I want to give a couple of special thanks before moving on, and also in the front row are two of the architects of this project. John Grott, if you stand up for a moment, John. Frank is the leader of our art program. Also, there's another special person whose life helped me in a tremendous way understand the significance. It's Laura Piazza. Where's Laura? Laura. Michael Piazza was truly one of the real geniuses behind our art effort, and I will always remember and love him for that. I have the privilege tonight to welcome our very special guests and the organization that helped fund this endeavor. Money for the arts is very hard to come by when you give all the different priorities for human services. So we first want to thank Suzanne Connors. Suzanne, if you raise your hand. And presented the idea, no doubt, very well to her boss, who will be joining me on this stage very shortly, Terry Mazzani, who is the president and CEO of the Chicago Community Trust. Terry, if you please. With a plethora of human service need, and no doubt that he could be 1,000 other places tonight, with all the agencies that Chicago Community Trust touches, that every day of the week, every hour of the day, he could be somewhere being thanked in the light. There's a tremendous benefit that Chicago Community Trust brings not only to this city, but to this state. The fact that they chose us to be the beneficiaries of their support is tremendous. Again, the arts is something that you're here to promote, and I wish more foundations were as courageous as Chicago Community Trust in its promotion of the arts. So Terry, we thank you, and I'd like for you to join.
Thank you very much for recognizing the role that the Chicago Community Trust plays. It's not me, it's the people in our institution, it's our history, it's donors over 98 years who have contributed what now is amounting to about $2 billion in resources dedicated to this community. We have a special responsibility then to make sure that these dollars are directed in areas of greatest need and greatest opportunity. We have a core value and steadfast commitment to diversity and inclusion, and thus explains our support here. And my hat goes off to Susie. It was not a difficult decision at all to provide funding, and Susie is a great advocate for the arts and for the broader heading of, say, outsider art. And we want to make sure that this isn't an elite world restricted to a few, or perhaps only people with affluence and wealth who are able to enjoy the highest forms of art, but we recognize that art is created and shared in a variety of different media and venues, and we're grateful for the Cisco Center here to be able to host this event. And just, I don't need to go on too much longer because everybody here, you know why you're here, you know what you're about to see, and I think that it is a real contribution to recognize and elevate the profiles of very unique artists who are contributing substantially to our definition of creativity and expression, and reaching out and connecting with many of us. I've got a grandson who has Asperger's, and how he communicates and how he interacts with the world is very different than the profile of a normal 12-year-old. But he's the most amazing young person, and of course I'm biased as a grandfather, but he's, you know, just how he sees and understands the world, how he communicates his own unique genius, all too often gets marginalized and pushed to the outside. And so for us to break down those barriers and bring the outside inside, that's what we hope to accomplish here. So we're very grateful to the artists for their genius and for their courage to share what you have created here. So I'm very excited to be part of this premiere and to share this documentary, which, as we've learned, documentaries speak very powerfully to the soul. They tap our emotions, and they're actually a way of advancing humanity and causes that we all feel deeply about. So very pleased that everybody is here and look forward to the documentary. Thank you very much.
Now it's time. All right, you will please.